Let's show you where the money at. Dollar signs in the chat. Let's show Punisher. Thank you for the gifted. Dollar signs in the chat. Let's show you where the money at. We got new tech coming out. New tech just dropped. Now, I'm a fan of Claude. I love Claude 3.7. Okay, it's my go-to. All right, big brain machine. Claude 4 just dropped. Mayo Lino, thank you for the gift. This Claude 4 just dropped. Anthropic's smart, efficient model for everyday use is designed to replace Claude Sonnet 3.7 with improved coding abilities and better adherence to instructions. Jan Leakey said, the model is so strong that we had to turn on additional safety mitigations according to Anthropic's responsible scaling policy. Yo, AI is doing some crazy shit right now. I spent a bunch of time this morning, you know, looking at meme coins and shit like that. And I'm sorry, AI, you know, and wait, hold on. Shit, hold on. Algorithm, hold on a second. Wait a second. Hold on a second. That's not it. That's not it. Hold on a second. Let's back up. That's the algorithm doing weird shit again. Okay. Look at this video right here. They done asked the AI to make video games. Yes. Yes. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. We are moments away from you, the viewer, making your own video game. I am terrified as to what the hell what future are we headed for? What future are we headed for? Like where you'll just create the game you want. Forget buying a video game. Nigga, I just made my own game and I'm going to play it. I am terrified. This is, I don't even know what's going on. Now, this is not a fully playable video game. This is just a video rendering of what a video game might look like. Okay? So, you know, don't get too happy. But, we're moments away. We're moments away from that being a reality. I saw, here, I'll show you another AI app. Hold on, let me go on my folder. Here it is. Right here. And then we got to go to here. Right here. Right here. You can actually create your own video game with AI. It's right here.
Hi, over the past year, we've built the next revolution of AI, Zilla Large Multimodal. Today, we're launching its early preview. The first end-to-end infinite gaming large multimodal. Input imagination, output reality. Now let's present Zilla. Let's create a game world in one sentence. Zilla uses multimodal AI to understand and create autonomously from end to end. Look, it's generating now. Zilla has designed a district, even understanding how to lay out rooms. Future? No need to wait.
King D-Lo, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Salute.
Wait for GTA 6. Create your own with Zilla. This NPC isn't good looking. I want one like Rei Ayanami. Modify it. Zilla has multimodal contextual understanding and continuous processing capabilities. Done. Zilla still strictly follows commands in multimodal scenarios. Let's try moving the guitar. It knows exactly how to position objects and modifies with precision. Replace those dress-up simulators with Remix.
Sav said, this is how aliens created reality. Man.
In Zilla's creations, it doesn't just design static scenes and objects, it tests motion coherence and contextual fit. Here it's testing a cutscene. Look, AI makes NPC sell combs to you. Zilla creates an unprecedented gaming experience. It's the compiler of your imagination. We invite you to explore the emergence of new gaming paradigms together.
Chat. I'm genuinely terrified for one main reason. My superpower has been nerfed. Okay. Now, you know, my superpower is being able to predict the future. AI is accelerating at such a fast rate that I can't even predict the future. I can't even, it's moving faster than my ability to transcend time and space. I was literally shaking this morning. Like, what the fuck is going on? I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I wish I could tell you, but Hoteps used to be able to tell you. Just ask AI to predict it. There you go. He'll be living in his world soon. That's also true. I'll see you niggas in the metaverse. Grift Report inside the metaverse. Ready Player One. Yeah. Used to been told you. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here like, yeah, you know, I use AI. I'm making an app right now, and then I look up and it's just like, oh shit, okay, all right. So you guys have just jumped 10 fucking decades into the future while I was building an app. Like, what? I'm over here struggling and shit, coding and shit. I will say this. One of the best decisions I ever made. I had a decision to make where I could either take on a chess coach or I could take on a coding coach. And I chose to take on a chess coach. And it was one of the best decisions I ever made because the AI codes for you. Like, what the fuck? You don't even need to learn how to code anymore. The AI will just code for you. So, but it can't teach you chess. It can't make you learn chess. You know, that's just something that's just not going to happen, you know? So, yeah. Anyway, more creepy news. You see this headline right here? U.S. banks explore joint stablecoin. Couple of guesses in the chat. Who do you think's a part of this project? What U.S. banks do you think have collaborated to make this happen? Alchemist, shut up. All the big ones? Yeah. So check this out. Zelle is run by Early Warning Services, whose owners are Bank of America, Capital One, don't forget Capital One just bought Discover, JP Morgan Chase, PNC Bank, Truist, US Bank, and Wells Fargo. The clearinghouse is owned by 22 banks, which include the same ones as Zelle, but also BNY, Citi, and many international banks such as Barclays, Deutsche Bank, HSBC, and Santander. The Wall Street Journal stated that non-member banks might also be invited to participate in the stablecoin. So what is this about? It says to execute a cross-border payment in the conventional manner requires your bank to have an account at the destination bank. Failing that, your bank will need to pass the payment messages via other banks, the correspondent banking network. These layers of intermediaries adds costs and delays caused by multiple layers of compliance and differences in banking hours. Plus, these sorts of payments use messages to instruct banks to move money rather than making direct payments. With stablecoins, a transfer is one and done. So there are no intermediaries and no delays between a message arriving and a payment being executed. This next section here is titled "The Joint Bank Stablecoin Threats and Opportunities." Banks via stablecoins as both a threat and opportunity. On one hand, stablecoins pose a threat because people might keep more money in stablecoins rather than in a bank at current accounts. Banks pay hardly anything to depositors but earn revenues on lending. Cross-border payments involve foreign exchange, income that banks could lose if they're not a part of the payment process. If stablecoins are used for everyday payments, this would impact the income that banks earn on retail card payments. Remember, we talked about it before. The stablecoin would disrupt the banking system. And the statement I used was the great banking consolidation. I didn't imagine it happening like this, but that's what this is. This is literally a great banking consolidation where they're all teaming up to create a single coin. I didn't expect the great banking consolidation. I thought we were going to see was banks fall away and then get bought out, but it seems like they're all teaming up. And that's the consolidation that's happening here. Right. A key part of the competitive infrastructure and tokenization is the user's wallet. By engaging in stablecoins, the banks keep a seat at the table. So you might have your own wallet, but it seems like what they're going to do is, so here's the thing. Your mom, your dad, your boomers, they're not going to know about self-custody. So they're going to have bank custody, and that's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. On the other hand, banks could create a competitive stablecoin for several reasons. Stablecoins have an on and off ramp issue. Unless or until people choose to keep their money on chain, when they receive stablecoins, they often want to off ramp to conventional bank accounts. Banks can provide this service seamlessly, making a bank stablecoin more usable for non-crypto users. Banks can potentially back the stablecoin, watch this, with central bank reserves, which are superior to U.S. Treasuries. Now, chat, if we have a stablecoin backed by central bank reserves, what is that called? A CBDC. Yeah. CBD sizzle. I'm telling you, I don't know what's going on with our future. Nasty work. Yeah, nasty work. It's insane out here. It is insane out here. We're going to leave that one alone. We're going to revisit that. Okay, we're going to revisit that. Crack Becky doing crime? Yeah. Last night there was a hack. Yesterday at some point there was a SUI hack, and I said, explain the SUI hack in layman. Grok says a hacker exploited a weakness in Cetus's smart contracts. They used fake tokens, like one called Bulla, to trick the system. By manipulating how Cetus calculated prices and managed its funds, the hacker drained over 223 million worth of tokens from various liquidity pools. This caused many tokens on Cetus, like Hippo and Squirt, to lose 75 to 90% of their value almost instantly. SUI's price dropped about 15%. The hacker converted some of the stolen funds of around 60 million to USDC, then moved them to the Ethereum blockchain, swapped them for ETH to cover their tracks. Okay. This kind of attack is common in decentralized finance, DeFi, where vulnerabilities in code can be exploited if not properly secured. So, what happened? How was this handled? So this is huge controversy in CT. Okay, this is huge controversy in CT. So what did they do? Cetus paused its smart contracts to stop further losses. Okay, SUI validators, people who run the network, and the SUI Foundation worked together to freeze about 162 million of the stolen funds. They did this by identifying the hacker's wallet address and blocking transactions from it, a feature built into SUI's system. Now, the big argument in CT, crypto Twitter, is if validators can block you out the network, is it decentralized? So it's a huge argument right now. You got people saying it's not decentralized, it's decentralized. You want to know what's funny? You can do the same thing with Bitcoin. Comp, thank you for the 6 gifted subs. Oh man, we turning up today. We turning up today. You can do this with the same thing with Bitcoin. Yep. You could block somebody right out of the network. So people are arguing, is this decentralization? Kinda, sorta. So the other side of the argument is basically saying, well, we have to protect consumers, right? Because otherwise all the money would have been lost and a lot of people would. And so then the libertarian argument is, it's not exactly free market. And then it's the whole situation of bank regulators, government getting involved. Whereas with DeFi, the validators were able to kind of get a stranglehold on this and stop losses. You know what I'm saying? Kick Ether. If you lose electric power, you're blocked out the system. All right, Kick Ether. You know what? Fucking 10-minute timeout for that shit. 5 gifted subs is your bail. Just because everybody turned up today. Shut the fuck up. That's the dumbest. Don't nobody ever say that bullshit. Okay? Oh, if the electric grid comes out, then you're blocked out the system. You're blocked out of every fucking system, you dumbass. You ain't got no internet. You ain't got no refrigerator. You better worry about your refrigerator, you dumbass. You think I'm worried about the blockchain when I ain't got no food in the fridge and my food is spoiling? That's a dumbass argument. Shut up with that shit. I hate that argument. It's the most small brain argument ever. Well, if you lose power, that's the last thing nigga, can you use your credit card? Can you use your debit card? Can you go to the grocery store? No, all of the whole shit is fucked up if the power goes out, stupid. You better have guns and ammo. That's what you're gonna have to default to. It's full Armageddon at that point, nigga. Mad Max, nigga. Might give a fuck about the blockchain at that point. Glockchain turns into Glockchain. Facts. Fuck is he talking about? 10-minute timeout. 5 gifted subs is your bail. Oh, fuck is he talking about? Motherfuckers just say the dumbest shit to talk bad about cryptocurrency. Ain't got no fucking brain cells working together. Just brain cells in your brain arguing with each other, just debating and shit. Like Charlie Kirk versus a fucking university kid. Shut the fuck up. Just retarded. Just retarded. Yeah, he new here. He got to get initiated, you know? We got to jump his ass in. Okay, this is gang warfare over here. Niggas, is gang culture. Okay? And I'm Suge Knight, motherfucker. You know? So yeah, I don't know. It decentralizes. I don't know, man. Just make the number go up. Anyway, let's check out SUI. Let's see. Should we buy SUI? Because SUI didn't get hacked. It was just one of their exchanges got hacked. So, you could self-custody. Let's check out SUI. What's SUI doing? Let's take a look. Let's look at SUI. It's not bad. It dropped from 12. Hold on. Why is it on market cap? I don't want it on market cap. Why is it? The fuck, yo. Why is it on market cap? Why did it default to market cap? That's so weird. Scale, logarithm, label. Yo, Renee, how I take it off market cap? Yo, why is it looking at market cap? No, I know what the hell I'm doing and shit. Yeah, I know. Trading View just wild out. All right, let me see. SUI chart. Let's see. Let's see what it says here. Come on. All right, so it dropped to 369 from 390. I would say this might be a net positive because sometimes bad news is good news. So because of the popularity and people learning about it, this might be a good long play. Let's look at the 1 day. The 1 day just dropped like, I don't know. How much was that? Like 10%? 15%? Something like that. It's down 5%? Okay. I'm gonna keep an eye on it. I don't know if I'm gonna jump in, but I'll keep an eye on it. I wanted to go lower, like, you know, bounce to $1 or something like that. Oh, I selected a market cap pair. Thank you. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Thank you, sir. You guys are fucking genius. You guys are fucking genius. Thank you, Gnosis. I selected a market cap pair.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
There we go. There we go. So it crashed to like 3.5 from 3.9. Interesting. It's kind of like settling down here. Hold on. Let me see if we can grab a candle. Let me see if we can grab a candle. Let me see. We got some casabas. It's dropping some more. I don't know. Wait, what's the 5 day? What's the 5 day low? 5 day low is 3.5. And it's got a high of 4.1. What is that? Like a 50% gain? Maybe? What is that? Like a 45% gain? Hacks are usually bullish, right? Yeah. I need a hit. All right, we're gonna take a look at it. We'll keep an eye on it. We need more bad news. Trump gave us bad news. That's the good news. Trump said he's putting tariffs on Apple. Did y'all see that? He said we're gonna tariff Apple. Now, you had the libertarians weighing in. Libertarians like, oh my God, free markets, all that shit. And I'm just like, I get it. This is a slippery slope. It's a slippery slope because I'll be honest with you. If Trump puts tariffs on a private company, that's fascism. It just is. This shit's fascism, all right? Okay. Right, Trish? Now, whether you agree with the fascism is another story. But right, Melissa. Right. I happen to like fascism. You know? Yeah, it's a slippery slope. You know, but it's like, but you always got to think about, you got to think about it like, if Trump does it, what would the Democrats do? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, until you don't. Right. So all this was about, because remember we talked about we didn't know what the meeting was about. So apparently, Trump came out and he was like, yo, I talked to Tim Cook and I slapped his ass around in the meeting and said, bitch, if you don't fucking capitulate and give us U.S. jobs and stop building in India, I'm going to slap tariffs on you. And it's just like, I get it. Like, I kind of like it. The only thing I will say is this. Let's go big brain really fast. How much cash on hand does Apple Corp have? Let's see. Apple had approximately 48.498 billion in cash and cash equivalents. So about 48 billion in cash. I thought it was more than that. What happened to all their cash? Didn't they have way more than that? Well, I just asked Grok to tell me what was their cash in hand. They're high in cash on hand. Okay, so this is the highest they've been. Okay, all right. So, yeah. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I take that back. 2014, they had 225 billion. 195 in 2021, 166 in 2023. Shares, buybacks, dividends, investments, etc., etc. I think they could take the hit. I think Apple has enough cash on hand to take the hit, I would say, as far as investing in infrastructure in the United States and trying to bring jobs back home. So yeah. I don't know. I don't know what to think with the whole. We're gonna just watch it. Do I think it'll happen? I don't think Trump is. I just think he's just talking shit. Trump. He just talking shit. He not really finna do that. Okay, let's be clear. All right. But your boy Elon. Speaking of Grok, Elon been getting busy. Okay, Elon been getting busy. Billionaire Elon Musk Doge team is expanding use of artificial intelligence chatbot Grok in U.S. federal government to analyze data. Now, when I first read that sentence, I was like, wait, that's not legal. It's not safe. You are taking the United States government information and uploading it to the demons? That can't be good. That cannot be good. If the United States government is going to analyze data using artificial intelligence, that means the United States government itself needs its own proprietary artificial intelligence servers, data centers, machine learning. Okay? They need their own. This shit's going to Grok. Grok, my nigga, you took our shit and sent it to Grok? It says here, potentially violating conflict of interest laws and putting at risk sensitive information on millions of Americans. Yeah. Musk team was using a customized version of the Grok chatbot. A customized version. But why? Why? Never mind. Aim was for Doge to sift through data more efficiently. They ask questions, get it to prepare reports and give data analysis. Doge staff also told Department of Homeland Security officials to use it, even though Grok had not been approved within the department. Why do I feel like they've been doing this the whole time? Because they have, Glam. Because they absolutely have. Reuters could not determine the specific data that had been fed into the generative AI tool or how the custom system was set up. If data was sensitive or confidential government information, the arrangement could violate security and privacy laws, said 5 specialists in technology and government ethics. Musk, the White House, and XAI did not respond to requests for comment. A Homeland Security spokesman denied Doge proposed DHS staff to use Grok. Doge hasn't pushed any employees to use any particular tools or products, said the particular person who did not respond to further questions. Doge is here to find and fight waste, fraud, and abuse. So he hasn't denied that they're using Grok. He just denied and said that they told us that we had to use Grok. That's, you got to be careful. They're very smart with their words. Okay, so AI, artificial intelligence, okay, is great and scary at the same time. Great and scary at the same time. This is, I don't even know what world we're heading to. That's your money update of the day. Shout out to King J for the update. Shout out to the fam. We hit 238 subs. That's crazy.